Hey everybody, long time no see. I'm very sorry for being so quiet and in the background for the past year. I decided to focus all of my time and energy on developing our app, and I'm really thankful to Ben for holding down the fort and acting as the face of the company in the meantime. So the app has been public for about 4 months now, and we have several hundred learners using it every single day to track their study time. But the app as it is today is just the first version, and I'm really excited to share what we're planning to build in the near future. Over the past 4 years, we've had the honor of working with hundreds of language learners and talking to thousands. Although many of them get a lot of value out of the Refold roadmap, the reality is that the process only becomes truly effective once it's been personalized for each individual learner. Each learner has their own goals, timelines, interests, and challenges, and a single generic roadmap just isn't effective at meeting the needs of each individual learner. To make learners truly effective, they need personalized plans and support, not just in the beginning, but throughout the entire language learning process. Now, many learners in our community have been able to take the roadmap and personalize it for their own needs, but the vast majority really struggle with it and still need some assistance. And that's actually one of the services that we provide as a company, is this personalization of your language learning. But one-on-one coaching doesn't scale very far, and we really want to scale this up to tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of learners. So what we are building in this app is a personal trainer for language learning. A personal trainer that understands you as a learner and can adapt your learning plans and routines to make you as effective and efficient as you can possibly be. The current version of the app helps you track your time and also categorize it. And the reason that we started there is because in order for us to understand you as a learner, we need to know how much time you're spending and what you are spending that time on. If we don't have that information, we can't really assist you in improving your process on a day-to-day basis. But that is just the first step. We're building an entire suite of coaching tools designed to help you become the best, most effective language learner you can possibly be. So with that context, I'm really excited to show you some mock-ups of what we are planning to build in the very near future. Now, the first thing that any good personal trainer needs to do is understand who you are as a learner. What language are you learning and why are you learning it? Maybe you're studying the language in school, or you are planning to move to the country, or you have a spouse that speaks the language. That's really important context for us to have as your coach in order to design a routine that's good for you. Once we understand your motivation, we need to understand what level you have currently in the language. So we've developed some small language quizzes to help us quickly assess your ability level in reading, listening, writing, and speaking. Now, once we understand you as a learner, we can use that information to craft a daily plan that will help you move as quickly as possible through the language learning process. We'll provide all of the activities that you need to do on a day-to-day basis, along with how much time you need to spend on each one. Now, each activity that we recommend will come complete with tutorials, along with recommendations for which tools to use and tutorials for those, as well as recommended content that you might want to use for this activity. So you can centralize all of your study plans in just this one place. Now, as you work through this plan each day, you'll be sharing valuable information with the app, like what activities you're doing, how much time you're doing them for, are you enjoying the activities that you're doing? With all of this valuable information that you're providing, we'll be able to give you personalized insight into how to improve your language learning process. Right now, our current analysis breaks your language learning into 3 aspects that we want to maximize. So that's consistency. Are you showing up every day? Activity balance. Are you working on the right things in the right proportions? And enjoyment. Are you having fun while you're doing your activities? And we know that consistency is the number one factor that leads to success in language learning. If you're not showing up every day, it's very hard to reach any level of fluency. So this analysis will show you how you're doing on the consistency front, and we'll look for common problems that we often see with language learners. If we detect any of these problems, we'll give you recommendations about how to address them. Next up, we have the activity balance report. We often get questions from learners asking how much of each activity to do, but the right answer to that question is very different depending on where you are in the process. And we often find that learners spend way too much time on one activity to the detriment of others. If we have recommendations for the learner, they'll be able to click one button and it'll update their routine to be more in line with our recommendations of what they should be working on at that phase of the process. And last but definitely not least is the enjoyment analysis. Language learning is hard, but it doesn't need to suck. And if you're not having a good time with learning, then you're just not going to do it. So we'll be analyzing your daily journal entries and your responses to each action to help us identify when there are problems and when you're not enjoying something, and if we need to adjust your routine in order to be more suitable and more enjoyable for you. One of the core things that personal trainers do is teach you how to do an exercise so that you can do it most effectively, see the best results, and avoid hurting yourselves. And the Refold personal trainer is going to do exactly the same. Over the past 4 years, we've identified hundreds of different activities and techniques that are really important throughout the language learning process. We'll provide written and video guides, tool recommendations, and tutorials for those tools, any troubleshooting tips or frequently asked questions, along with related activities. So if you don't like one of the techniques that we've recommended to you, you can do something that is similar, that works on similar subskills, that is more interesting to you and more enjoyable for you. Now, this last part that I'm going to go through that I'm really excited about is the community. One of my favorite quotes is, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go with friends. As I mentioned before, reaching fluency can take 2 to 5 years, and staying motivated during that time is a challenge for anybody. Now, one of the best ways to stay motivated throughout that long process is to surround yourself with other dedicated learners who will help keep you motivated and act as inspiration for you. Now, in the app, you'll be able to create groups of friends so that you can see what each other is doing and hold yourself accountable. We'll be providing both competition and collaboration features so you can work towards common goals, hold each other accountable, or compete against each other to see who can immerse the most. So, to recap, we are building a personal trainer for language learning that will guide you every single day on how to be a more effective learner. This app has been inspired by our one-on-one coaching. We've seen great success with that, but it's not scalable. We really want to bring this to hundreds of thousands of people so we can help them to improve their language learning. Now, here comes the ask. Over the past year, we have learned that building software takes a huge amount of time and energy and effort, and yes, money. And we cannot build what we are hoping to without your support. So if you're as excited about what we're building as I am, and you're in a financial position to support us, it would be a huge help if you could contribute to the development of the app. Contributors will get in-app recognition for being one of the early supporters of the app, as well as access to new features before they're ready for anybody else. And you'll get the inside scoop on what we're developing, what features we're adding to the app, as well as an opportunity to give your thoughts on what we should be adding in the near future. Even if you're not in a position to contribute, just using the app and giving us feedback is extremely helpful. We have a Discord channel as well as in-app feedback forums that you can send us your thoughts. We review those regularly, and we would love to hear from you. As always, thank you so much for being a part of this amazing community. We show up to work every day, excited to support learners in their language learning journeys, and we hope that you will support us in making language learning better for everybody. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to post them below. If you want to install the app, there will be a link in the description, and I hope to see you all on the app leaderboards. Happy immersing!
I'm here to drop some knowledge, listen up with your ears. I got a language learning method, gonna make it crystal clear. It's called Refold, the game changer, gonna blow your mind. Immerse yourself in media, fluency you will find. Refold.